Oh, this was interesting. Um, hmm. You know how I believe that it's really important that we're careful what we're intaking. Um, and yet, I myself have not been. Man, I've had a rough couple of years. I'm tired. I really am. Um, but I have found because of that exhaustion, it leads to laziness in that laziness in what you're consuming on all levels and what you're doing, everything, right? So it's yeah, that's why it's so important then you input the right things, not just I mean, yes, definitely food too, but I mean like what you're thinking, what you're telling yourself, who you're surrounding yourself with, what you're doing daily, all your practices, the community you're in, the people you speak with, what you speak about, all these things add up. And so when it's going in the right momentum, it'll helps you, right? It can help support your goal to be happy and thriving and reaching your goals. And just the opposite is also true. And so first, you don't ever want to get to burnout, right? You don't want to get to that point of exhaustion and burnout because getting back up from that is really challenging. And I think, unfortunately, a large majority of people can relate to that. And so it sucks, but it is that suck it up, buttercup. You're so fucking worth it. You gotta figure it the fuck out. Get a routine, commit to it, figure out something, get a buddy, do all the tools mark it in your calendar, set off alarms. You gotta do all that stuff. And it is that just suck it up and be disciplined about it. And tell yourself something like a minimum of 7 days, because then you can get it rolling in the right way, Really, even 3 good days. But then you have to commit to, I'm just going to focus on the next 3 days. And then when they're up, I'm just going to focus on the next 3 days. And when they're up, I'm just going to focus on the next 3 days. And you're going to do that until forever, right? Until it's no longer something you even have to say to yourself because it's integrated into your routine. Anyway, this was not even the point of coming on. What was the original thing you showed me? It was readers. It was stories. Oh yeah. Okay. So you hear me talk about going on hermit a lot because I'm always talking with them and I'm looking for answers. And yes, it usually is general stuff. And it's about, because the thing is the more we get to know ourselves and our own habits and our own patterns, the more we can understand and unravel our own knots and ties. And that's really our only task, so that we can face forward, right? And a lot of people will teach you just face forward, which I agree with. But if you're not straightened out and you're twisted, it's kind of like when all your candles aren't lit, right? When all your chakras aren't lined up, when you're not clean and clear, then you're just having a tug of war within and you don't know the fuck why. So it's like dragging all this heavy weight with you. And it's like, it doesn't have to be that difficult. If you keep wanting to face forward and drag it with you, by all means. Or you can just stop right here and now and get clean and clear and line up and then go forward a lot easier. And so I will do that. I'll end up doing that, but I will find these snags and tugs along the way. And in the past few years, there has been a fucking disaster. I don't know if I shared with you, I had a dream recently. It was in recent weeks about a part of the dream was there was these like feathers, but it was like dust feathers, I believe, everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I couldn't clean them up fast enough. It was just a fucking disaster. It was such a shit show. And it's like that idea. It's like we have so much going on in our minds that we have to calm it all down. It has to be filtered out. It has to get clean and clear. So it's like your nervous system can everything can relax, so you can see clearly. But it's been such a shit show that it's had me running ragged, trying to unravel it all and figure it the fuck out. It really was like somebody blew up a bomb, right? And I'm like cleaning up all the shrapnel still. And when you're doing that, it can be extremely challenging. It is like piecing back together a mirror that was shattered. Good luck, right? Like that's like ridiculous. And so you've heard me say I'll listen to readers. Well, I like listening to them just because it's nice to know that other people have some of the same abilities that I do. It brings me comfort that I'm not such a weirdo. And yet, I've told you it's really important who you listen to, right? Like which readers, just like what movies you watch, just like what news you choose to turn, just like which friends you need to have around. It's not like they're good or bad. It's just you have to know you and what you can and cannot tolerate and how it will or will not affect you or your mental process. And so for me, I have to be really careful because, there's some readers that they're picking up on lower energies or they're picking up on lower storylines that are frightening or scary or disturbing. And I'm such a sensitive Nilly, like, no need to introduce more issues over here, right? Like, no need for all that. And we're trying to calm it down, not stir it back up. But nonetheless, when you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle and you're listening to them in the background and you hear something that sounds similar to what you're experiencing, it's very easy to pick up that puzzle piece. And it's almost like force it to fit into your puzzle. And it's like, that doesn't belong with your puzzle. It's not true for your puzzle. That's not part of your puzzle. Just because there was a few strokes that were similar, the few of the same colors, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit there. It doesn't go there. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? And so I'll find that I will do this and I will add fright and fear unnecessarily. And but this is the dangers of when you don't have all the answers and you can't get to the answers. And it's like you have to give yourself that peace by just letting it go. And so there are going to be times where you can't unravel it. And I don't think you should spend a large amount of time unraveling it and getting aligned. I think you should spend 10 or 15 minutes meditating, quieting your mind, doing a mudra, go running, like do something where you can just bring yourself back to the present moment and clear out and clear up, right? Because then you can deal with the reality of the here and now, and then you can face forward. But if you're avoiding and pulling back, you got to take that 10, 15 minutes to get yourself realigned. And if you find that it's the same thing that's tugging you, I think it's important to take a deeper dive and pull it out. But I do think you have to be careful because you can tumble down backwards with that momentum if you do it all the time. I am a very good example of what not to do in that case because that has been the case for me. Really, when you're putting together shards of a mirror, it's like, seriously, somebody go help her. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And so, thank God I do have my wits about me still, and I still have some sensibility, but oh, good God. I think that's all. I'll go on, and I'm, as you can tell, very, very tired. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.